Hello everyone, Darnell here from digitaladvertisingmedia.com. I call it DAM for those damn ads and those damn systems and making that damn money. Anyway, I want to show you a few tricks, not tricks, but little features I've added over the months to the billboard system that makes this a very unique system. In a way, having these systems out and about can become really like a broadcast network like CBS, NBC, those kind of things. At the same time, it being a billboard system that makes money, from the advertising revenue. So first off, I'm going to try to show you the system on one computer. Normally this happens in two different computers. So you have the ad server that's out and about connected to the displays, and you have the control software locally at home in your living room controlling your billboards. And you have another website that controls the ads. Upload and delete the ads. So let me try to run that. So I'm first going to run the software itself, which I don't even have it automatic set up to run here, but I do have an auto start. Run that. That actually go and get the newest version. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Run the control panel software. So that's the stuff this is the software you'd have at your home. And then in a minute the other software will run. And I'm going to have to change some settings on it because I had to change my screen size for the recording to work. So right now it's going to probably try to remember what it used to be. Maybe too big. So right now it's getting ads, updating itself. And see how it's off the screen. So I'm going to press the R key. Hold the Shift R, and that'll make it so I can grow it to the size I'm looking at. And I'm about right there. Then it might be too long, so let's try the up and down key. Press the H key to see. Oh, it's all right. So we'll just make it down a bit, and then go ahead and hit S for save. Now to remember right here, so I'm going to let it start again. So I'll just run it again. Where is that? I'll just run it again. I can just go ahead and force it to run now. It says it updated itself already. So now it should fix itself according to this screen size. And it's stored on the server, so once you put it out in the field, it'll remember. The problem is, you have different monitors and screens that instead of me telling it the specific size, I made it so you can customize the size according to what it sees. All right. So now we have a billboard running. All right. This is what's running out in the field normally anywhere. I'm in 44 states and about 4 countries or so. With other entrepreneurs running their own little advertisement businesses. Okay. But I'm going to show you some of the features I've added. So right now it's still updating some of the stuff. It's updating the ads that go on the sponsor side now. I use the old GIF and the GIF and the JPEG formats because those formats don't allow for hackers to embed code inside the actual image and stuff like that. I used to be one of those guys. Anyway, so this is an everyday machine running like normal, right? And let me pull up. We'll try to do that. Pull up the software. So right now this would normally be somewhere else. This other software I'm running now. And let me connect to this remote system as if it's a remote system, even though they're on the same system at the moment. Go ahead and log into it and pick the right system. This is number 5. I knew that by pressing that little H key. Sync to it. Now this yellow syncs to the system. You can't really touch these ads to show them, but it syncs it enough where you can control all this other stuff. I made that sort of fast. We can also sync it this way with the blue one, and that'll sync the ads and pull them down directly. You notice they're coming in now slower because they're literally pulling the ads in locally so we can, play with them. This software allows you to mimic what happens out in the real world before you put it to the real world. All right. So now we have the ability to click on these little ads. You see they're little versions of what's already there. Okay. And you can check the sponsor side ads, the right ads. Okay. All right. In the background, you'll notice that's still running normally back there. Okay. So we have them both running on the same machine. Let me show you some things we can do. For instance, we could change it from a split screen to a full screen. And normally when we make these changes and save them or update the settings, every 3 hours, according to this, it will go and make those changes. You can change it from 1 hour to, I think, 12 hours or something. But we're going to force it by resetting the ad server remotely. So I'm going to go, oh, look at that. This is something happening that, notice I have the hourly news and hourly weather turned on. We just happen to be inside this top of the hour. And look what's happened. See, so it's running right now, I think, the weather, because it passed the top of the hour for the news. So that's going to run for a minute, and I'm going to force it off here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the weather and the news and update the settings, and then I'm going to reset the ad server. Notice over in the left hand corner underneath the video is a little symbol. In this case, every 30 seconds you're going to see a asterisk, which is like a heartbeat, to check to see if I've given it any remote commands. You'll see it come up in a second. It takes every 30 seconds. I didn't want it to beat the servers to death when you got so many machines out in the field looking. So you'd have a lot of bandwidth going on, but right now it's like every 30 seconds. We'll see what happens here. See, there it is, the asterisk. It's going to detect that I sent a reset, which is going to throw up an asterisk. And it does, and it reset the system. So now it won't play the news or weather right now while I'm doing this video. Okay. Now it's just going to basically I forced it into its hourly or 3 hour or whatever you set to check for new ads and new setting changes. So I just forced it. Let me go get the thing again. Alright, here we go. So let's try some other stuff. So like right now it's set to split screen, right? I can go ahead and set it to full screen, update the server, and reset it. And let's see it do that. Remember, every 30 seconds it checks. And depending on where you fall, it could be instant or it could take the full 30 seconds because it runs asynchronous to the controlling software. Yeah, here it comes right now. So it's going to reset. Yep. And so it should go full screen. The G stands for had good internet. If it was an I, it means the there's a problem. I set those little cryptic things so that the people out in the real world wouldn't see that there's an error, but people who are running would know what that means. See, now it's full screen. We go back, and we'll go ahead and switch that back for a while. And at the same time, let's do something else. Let's go ahead and reset that for a minute because I like it in split screen better. Oh, you know what? I forgot to save it. I'm going to go ahead and save it before it checks. Alright, so that'll change for a minute. At the same time, I'll do something else. You can do, now, I'm talking a little fast. Let me slow down. These systems are not just billboard systems. They can be almost like, oh, you see what that is? That little dash? That means it had an error looking at the FTP port. It'll check again, though. What was I going to say? Oh, these systems, not just billboards. They're not just billboards. They can literally become broadcast TVs. So take this for instance. Let's say you have these systems all out in the field and you want to go live with something. You could literally turn your phone on, do a YouTube live, get the URL, and you can push that URL right here and push it to either one TV or all your TVs in your network, and they all become closed circuit televisions. And I'll show you how that can happen. Let's say I wanted to push news down to the system, right? Here's news right here. You know what? Let me get something that's a little more interesting. Let's go to YouTube somewhere. Let me find something like, how about the Tyson fight? Tyson or Jr. Let's see what happened here. This could be public. Yeah, it looks like it might be. Just click that. Now we want to take this URL. And we'll go back to the software that does the controlling right here. Let me minimize all this stuff. and I'll put it in here just to make sure the video works. You see, a lot of videos are not designed on these streaming platforms to be able to run remotely. They do that on purpose. Now remember, what I'm doing is I'm pulling them and I'm ripping the commercials out of them too, which you probably don't like that too much. So let me just go ahead and play it here first to see if it works. And it does. So that means that's one that we can stream remotely. Stop it. Now we can go ahead and go live. Since we're still connected to this machine, which is number 5, I'm going to go to live. And I could go live to all, but I'm going to go live to this one machine. Alright, see? Live stream sent to master 05. Let's minimize this and wait for the little red asterisk to show up in the bottom left-hand corner right underneath the big ad. So wait for a few seconds. And there we go. It should detect that there's a video that was sent down to the pipe. Yep, see, stream video detected, and there we go. Now look at that. So now, that's just a YouTube video. We could do it from Vimeo, we could do it from a live stream, we could do it from anything, even like TV and news and whatever, if we find the stream for it. Some streams are live streams, which will never quit. This one is a video that's probably going to stop after a certain time and it would quit on its own. Some of those videos have a hard time stopping, depending on how they program those videos. Notice it's running still, the ads are still running on the side and everything, and it's still checking every 30 seconds to see if I've given it a command. So let me go here and I can turn that off. So let's go ahead and reset the server. Remember, still connected to that. I can reset it or reset all systems. So let's wait for a few seconds. So you might be able to hear it, might not. It's in my ear. So we're waiting for the asterisk, because every 30 seconds, I don't have all those systems checking so much or tear my servers up. All right, there we go. And it should kill it. Yep. So it's back to being a billboard. Okay. Now this is not just, that's doing it live, where you're giving it commands, but you can program the system with ads that will fire off YouTube videos, live streams, and all kind of stuff on its own at specific times. And that's actually noted on the website. Anyway, so there's that. There's right here is where you control when it updates the ads. Go look for new ads or delete old ads. This is the intervals for the static ads to change. You can turn on the radio. See, I use Shoutcast for the radio stream. For instance, let's say you have this in the system, you want some background music. Well, we wouldn't want to pay ASCAP for that, so you can use Shoutcast. So let me do that. Well, first, we could test the stream. We could find those at shoutcast.com. And we could test it, since I have it in here. Test. You won't be able to hear it, but you'll be able to see it. There we go. So we got some music playing. It's today's hottest hits, or whatever. That's what I grabbed. Let me stop it. And notice it's off. I'll turn it on. Update the settings. Reset the ad server and watch what happens. Now notice I'm forcing the reset. This would normally happen, in this case, 3 hours, every 3 hours. It would check to see if I made some changes. All right, there's an asterisk already. So it's going to reset itself by basically just refreshing the ads. It's going through this little cycle. Now it's getting those. You should see the music start up in the corner. There we go. So it's playing music. I don't like the music it's playing, but it's another issue. All right. So let me go over here and turn that off, since I can't stand that music. Let me update settings, reset it. It's like some kind of rap song that's using foul language, actually. I don't know why people do that. Alright, there's the asterisk. And I should reset itself and turn that music off. The other thing it'll do is if music's playing in the background and you put in a video, it automatically knows to turn off the music, play the video, and then when the video's done, you turn the music back on. That should turn off in a second. Yep, it's off. Okay. This down here tells it when to sort of restart itself. It's good to have the systems reset themselves once a day or so because you're making a lot of trash in Windows, you know, by uploading and downloading, not uploading, but downloading a lot of stuff and then deleting a lot of stuff. So I reset the system at a certain time every day. It's good to do that in the middle of the night or something when nobody's around. The scrolling words and stuff like that, you can change that here. Just click that, type in what you want. Click this, type in what you want, and update the settings, and it'll change on its own. Well, when it comes around to this setting. Also, it tells you what the screen sizes are in pixels so that you know how to make your ads. You know, so it's very, very customized when you do those to screen. So these are going to be always different according to what size screen you're using. So it gives you that right away. You also, like I said, when you click on these, if you sync them in the blue, you can literally touch the ads. If they work here, they work anywhere. I also try to keep the ad tally, but I've dumped these so many times. If you click on these, it'll show you like how many days, how many views it's run, but I've reset this a million times, so like only one view there. So I try to look at that. I can also, from here, force the ad server that I'm connected to update its existing software right here. So if this software, if this turns red, it's showing that it's out of date in software. I can hit this and it'll go get its updated system or software itself. I think that's about it, except for the fact, like here you can play different things, test them here. If they work here, they work remote. You can stop the video, you can clear this little link here, you can go live to one or go live to everything in your network, making like a broadcast network. I've also added this right here, which allows you to make ads, static ads that will call videos. For instance, see, I can get a YouTube video here, and I'll give you the naming convention of that image, that when it sees that image, it'll call this video, whether it be a random video, a programmed video that happens at a certain date and time, or one that happens every day. And there's multiple of these kind of things. It's located at the website. So it's programming within programming. All right. And that's about it. So I will check you later. Bye.